everybody. This is S. Anthony Thomas. This is the S. Anthony Thomas Show. On this episode, I want to talk about people behaving irrationally, even though normally they're pretty great people. And also, I saw something that I'd never seen before very, very recently. I literally saw someone cut off in a McDonald's drive-thru. I tell the story in this episode, and I think you're going to enjoy it. So, are you ready? Of course you are. Let's do it. Hey everybody, I want to talk to you about something right now. And this is and sorry this episode is a little bit late. I had some things I had to take care of. Normally this episode would have come out a couple of days ago, but I had to take care of those things. And I can't talk about them, but I'll just say that people can be irrational. And people can do dumb things when they normally don't even really do dumb things. And that applies to everybody. It applies to me. It applies to you. It applies, like I said, to everybody. When you do irrational things, you say irrational things, and it just falls so far out of character that you don't get it. And then everything eventually kind of snaps back to normal. And it's almost as if the thing didn't happen, right? If you've been in a long-term relationship, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Normally, your significant other is a wonderful human being, right? They walk in the house, you got a little smile on your face because they have come home. This is the person who is the source of much of your happiness. This is the person that you have naked time with. This is the person that you lay down on the couch watching movies with. Maybe you have a child together. It doesn't really matter, but this person is a source of happiness because you chose them and they chose you, and everything is wonderful. Right? Normally, little things that will annoy someone that's not in love with them, they don't even bother you, right? So what, your wife or your girlfriend always leaves a plate on the table. Of course, it's only 4 steps to the dishwasher, but it's not a big deal. She just leaves. Okay, so it's basically every meal she's had today, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, all the plates are all sitting right on the dining room table, right? Not the kitchen table. No. They're on the dining room table. But that's all right. Not a big deal. I love this woman. She's the greatest, the best, the most incredible woman. Incredible, double incredible. I love this woman. I will take these plates myself, even though she's sitting right there in the chair watching television because she's been home, because she gets home from work before I do. She would have had plenty of time at any point in time to take these plates, rinse them off for a few seconds, and stick them into the dishwasher. But that's okay. Let her sit there and hey, baby, what you doing? What you doing? How you doing? Okay, girl, how you doing, right? And you pick up the plates. You pick up the plates a little loudly. You don't slam the plates because that's childish. You don't do, but every once you pick up the first plate, you start to stack them. You don't stack them as quietly as you could, right? And you pick it up and you rattle the forks around in the plates just so she notice. She doesn't notice. She doesn't notice. She doesn't notice at all. You at least want to get her to look at you and go, "Oh, I forgot to get those," because that right there, you can be gracious. "Oh, that's okay, dear. I'll get those." You can be gracious, but she doesn't even give you an opportunity to be gracious about moving the plates that she left on the table, even though she's got to know what drives you nuts because you're a neat freak. But it's okay. It's okay. You pick up the plates. You go over there. You don't need to have the water turned on that high. Hey, the plates aren't really that dirty. I mean, they're a little dirty, but not that dirty. And that's why you got the dishwasher in the first place. So you rinse off the plates and you turn the water all the way up. You got the water all the way up, and you rinse them extra long because you wanted to go, "What's going on in there?" But she doesn't go, "What's going on in there?" If she went, "What's going on there?" Oh, that's right, the plates. My fault. I got preoccupied by something else. You could have an opportunity to be gracious. That's okay, dear. I got it. Then you would turn the water back down to normal because you've made your point. But this time, you did not get to make your point because she does not even notice. Oh. You put the dishes in the dishwasher and you go, "You know what, whatever, man. I mean, I'm lucky to have this woman. She's the greatest. And if all I got to do is put some dishes in the dishwasher every once in a while, not a problem." And that is a normal day. Okay? But like I said, we can all be irrational sometimes, right? Right? The same thing happens. You come in the house, she doesn't even have plates on the table. She actually maybe subconsciously she remembered what you did with the plates the day before, and it's like, oh, I really shouldn't have done that. And she decides this time, instead of doing what she normally does, which is leave the plates, she puts them in the dishwasher herself. Fantastic, right? You walk into the house, right? She's walking towards you and she coughs, but she doesn't cover her mouth. What kind of crap? You trying to get me sick? See, that's the problem. You don't care about people other than yourself, and you start arguing about that crap. And all it was a cough. It wasn't even a cough because she had a cold. It was a cough because something went down her throat the wrong way that she was drinking. But it doesn't matter to you. She tried to explain to you that's what it was. But you're not trying to hear that crap because right now you're not Bill. You're irrational Bill. And I knew you. You don't love me. If you love me, you wouldn't be trying to. What are you, Typhoid Mary over there with your disease fest? Get away from me with your coughing. I never liked your family in the first place. Your whole family's a bunch of people who like coughing on people. I never liked your family. They all suck. Because today you're irrational Bill. But she's irrational Emily sometimes. Don't act like she's not irrational Emily sometimes. Most of the time, it's not a big deal. But, you always leave your shoes right by the dining room table. It's not really in the foot traffic area, but it is a little bit of annoying. And every once in a while, she'll go, hey, Bill, your shoes. And you go, oh yeah, but this time she wants to make a point. This time she picks up the shoes. She's walking into the bedroom. She's fuming. She's fuming. Normally she's not fuming. Today she is fuming. Normally she's not mad. Today she is mad, right? She's overlooked many, many other things. She doesn't even mention the stereotypical toilet seat thing that guys do. I know it's a stereotype. I know it's a really bad joke and bad 80s stand-up and bad 70s stand-up and bad 60s stand-up and bad stand-up in general, but she overlooks that. Whatever, man. Biology is different. He has to stand the pee. Not a big deal. I do my thing. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. But today, she's not regular Emily. She's irrational Emily. And she's ticked off, punk. Look at you with your shoes, you bastard. She throws one of the shoes at you. She doesn't want to hit you with the shoe. She's not that mad, but she's being irrational. She throws one of the shoes at you and throws one into the bedroom. Why do you got to do that? Let me tell you something. You know why I threw your shoe into the bedroom? Because your mother's a whore. That's why. Wait a second. You know what I'm talking about. We've all had those irrational moments.
We'll be back right after this short break. And now, back to the show.
And very, very recently, I saw an irrational moment. I didn't think it almost surprised me. And I've seen so many things over my years, right? I'm at a McDonald's. And if you're in line at the McDonald's drive-thru, one of the things that really, really irritates everybody is the person that somehow, even though McDonald's has been around for 100 years, can't seem to figure out the menu. I know it's a stereotypical situation. I know, once again, just like the bathroom things are really bad, 80s stand-up, 70s stand-up, 60s stand-up, just bad stand-up in general. I get it, but this is something that actually happened, so I will talk about it. Ladies ordering a food. I'm in line. There's only 3 of us in line. Me, a lady in front of me, and a lady in front of her. The person who's first in line is ordering, and the lady between me and the lady is getting angrier and angrier. Now, the lady who's ordering is not even ordering in a bad way. She's not taking that long. She's almost completed her order, but she made a mistake. One of the things had to be changed from one soda to the other soda. That's all it was. She wanted to go from Coca-Cola to Sprite or whatever the hell it was. The lady between us goes, and she's getting mad and she's hitting her hand on the driver's side door. She's acting irrationally. Her acting this way is way over the top. And I know she's driving irrationally. Well, she's going to drive irrationally. So I take my car and I back up 20 feet. Right? She's banging her head. I can't believe this. Using language I'm not going to use. Slams the door. You haka. That's the language she was using that I'm not going to use. She steps on the gas. Her car juts back 15 feet. Almost hits my car. And she speeds around the other person and cuts her off. Yes, I literally just saw someone get cut off in a McDonald's drive-thru. She cut a woman off in a McDonald's drive-thru. Someone who was about 5 seconds away from being completing the order. She cut her off at a McDonald's drive-thru. Unfortunately, I didn't catch it on my dash cam because I took my dash cam down for a moment to reset it really quickly and put it back, so I missed it. Damn. But this will show you how astounding it actually was and how irrational it actually was. The lady who was actually ordering had completed her order at the same time as the lady who was irrational drove around her, so she almost ran into the other woman's car Because who expects someone to cut them off in a McDonald's drive-thru? Now, you know the person that takes the orders at the drive-thru, they have their headset on, and while you're sitting there, you're making your transaction and paying them, they're always talking to the next person in line that's ordering. But this lady was so discombobulated, she did not turn off her speaker. And the lady who was ordering, who had just cut off the lady, was now cursing at that lady as if she did something. I want and a Big Mac, and a drink of that B word back there. Don't know how you not going to know how to order at McDonald's. McDonald's has been here for all this time, but you don't know what a... I'm not saying the curse words. Right? So the lady orders, Miss Irrational orders it, and then she speeds up to the front of the McDonald's to get her food. The speaker's still on, and I can hear as I'm waiting to make my order, right? Because I can see right through the McDonald's window what she did. You can look right through where I'm sitting, look through the McDonald's through the big glass windows and see her speed up. And I'm going, man, what about if somebody was coming out that door? You would have ran them over. You're so quick and so angry at a McDonald's drive-thru, you almost crashed into this car. You almost backed into me, and you could have run somebody over. All because of what? You wanted to order McDonald's? You're rushing are you rushing a lung to somebody at a hospital? Maybe if you're doing that, you shouldn't be at a McDonald's. Maybe you should have gone to the hospital, delivered the lung, and come back. But of course, she was not delivering lungs. She was just an irrational human being at a McDonald's. I get the distinct feeling this person is probably wonderful every other day of the year. She was probably wonderful an hour ago. She'll probably be wonderful 5 hours from now. But right now, irrational. The lady that got cut off orders her stuff, goes up to the first window, gets her stuff. The lady that's irrational is still sitting there waiting for her food to be delivered. Oh no. I pull around, make my order, get my salad, get my orange juice, and I pull around and I'm going to eat my salad right here. The lady that got cut off very calmly and cheerfully pulls out and starts to pull away. She looks back at me. I look at her. We wave at each other like, you see that lady over there? Ha ha. She's nuts, and she goes about her day. I continue my salad. I go, oh, I love the salad. I eat my salad, drink my orange juice. Takes about 10 to 12 minutes. I look out the side of the car, and I notice that the lady who had cut off the other lady was still sitting there. 12 minutes later. She cut off somebody because she was in a hurry. And now 12 minutes later, now she's just getting her food. Oh. And I look at what she got. It was a little drink and a little punk sandwich. Probably cost about $5. She cut off somebody at the McDonald's drive-thru irrationally. Almost hit my car. Almost hit the other lady's car. Could have run somebody else over coming out of the McDonald's, all for about $5 worth of food. Were you really in that much of a hurry? Was what you're doing so important? It couldn't have been, because if it was that important, you would have just said, you know what, screw that $5. I've got to take care of this emergency. Just means this person was acting irrationally. And we all do. Now, I'll be honest with you, there's a part of me that was I was laughing hysterically when I saw that she had to wait 12 minutes after almost smacking into my car, the mighty Toyota Camry. I was upset that she almost hit my car, and she almost hit the other lady's car. Don't know what the make and model was, didn't really care. I was too busy worrying about her hitting my car. But after we act irrational, just like the imaginary couple fighting over the dishes and the shoes, and this particular lady who's not fictional, who was an actual person, almost running people over at a McDonald's. It's amazing how intelligent human beings can act irrationally when we really shouldn't. I just saw somebody almost crash into 2 cars, one of which being mine, and almost run somebody over at a McDonald's drive-thru. It just goes to show you that if you have an opportunity to not act irrationally, you should make sure that you don't act irrationally. If you're walking in your house and your wife leaves plates on the table, either shut your mouth, punk, or say something to her. Dear, you can't leave the plates on the table like that. We don't want to get bugs. Oh, you're right. Bam. Oh, honey, please don't leave your shoes on the floor. I almost tripped over them. Oh, baby, I don't want that to happen. Bam. Oh, man, this lady's taking too much time at the McDonald's. I really don't have time for this. Let me back up out of here safely and go to another place, or, maybe I'll eat later, but I really don't have time for this right now. I'm like, I'm going to cut this lady off. That would be irrational. We should all behave rationally, my friends. Rationally. You dig? All right, folks, we got another show in the books, and I want to thank you guys very much for listening. Much love to everybody, and I look forward to hearing from you if you leave a message or if you decide to send an email or whatever. And I look forward to talking to you next time. See you.